Welcome to the Folktale Project. This is Dan Scholes. Today we have our final North American folktale of the week. And this one comes to us from Jeremiah Curtin, not Charles Skinner, for once. This is the story of love and finding just that right partner. This is A Bird in Search of a Mate. A young woman lived alone on the bank of a large river. One day she thought, "I'm old enough to have a husband. It is lonely here by myself." She oiled her hair, painted her face red, put on her best clothes, and went to a spring. She dipped up a bucket of water and, looking in it, said, "I am nice enough for any man." Then she started off along the bank of the river that ran through a forest. Toward midday, she came to a place where she saw signs of people living near, and, seating herself on a log, she began to sing. "I wonder if any man around here wants a wife. I wonder if any man around here wants a wife." Soon, someone far off in the forest answered, "I want a wife. I want a wife." Then the woman sang back, "What will we live on? What will we live on when we live together?" And he sang, "We will live on moss." And she, singing, answered, "I couldn't live on moss. I am too good for such coarse food. I am a nice-looking girl." Again, she traveled along the bank of the river. It was near sunset when the young woman came to a place where she saw signs of people living near. She seated herself on a log and sang, "I wonder if any man around here wants a wife. I wonder if any man around here wants a wife." Someone, not far off, answered singing, "I want a wife. I want a wife." Then she sang, "What will we live on? What will we live on? What will we live on when we live together?" And he, singing, answered, "We will live on hawthorn berries and roots." She sang, "I cannot live on hawthorn berries and roots. I am too good for such food. I am a nice-looking girl." The young woman traveled on till dusk, then, seeing signs of someone having been along a short time before, she seated herself on a log and sang, "I wonder if any man around here wants a wife. I wonder if any man around here wants a wife." Close by, someone sang, "I want a wife. I want a wife." And she, singing, asked, "What will we live on? What will we live on when we live together?" And he sang back, "When we live together, we will live on seeds." Singing, she answered, "That is the food I like. Seeds are nice and soft." The singer, hearing her answer, was pleased. He came and sat on a log by her side, and singing asked, "Did you understand my song when you asked what we would live on when we lived together?" She, singing, answered, "Yes, seeds. I love seeds. They are sweet and soft." Then the two flew off along the bank of the river, and ever since have lived happily together, the first birds of spring. The first man to answer the young woman's call was a deer, the second was a bear, and the third was a bird like herself. And that is A Bird in Search of a Mate. A silly little love story captured by Jeremiah Curtin. And I just like it. It's sweet. It's simple. It reminds me of spring, which today in North America is something desperately needed, especially since yesterday was incredibly cold for a Thanksgiving, at least here in the Northeast. This is Dan Scholes for the Folktale Project. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, anywhere you like to get your podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at Folktale Project. You can find us on Auto Radio, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you like to listen. And you can always head over to folktaleproject.com, where you'll find a new story waiting for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next week, we're heading off to Germany for 3 stories from the Brothers Grimm. As always, thank you so much for listening.